I'm still recovering from that diss track, man. It hurts me. It hurt.
Oh,
There's been a lot of feedback on Twitter about that. People really liked it. And obviously, Colby's the rap guy, but Kyle's getting a lot of love for his segment of that.
Kyle sent me home, man.
I do not believe in rape.
Hey, as the rapper, quote unquote, of the show, I will have no problem tipping my hat here that I was just the feature on that track. Kyle fucking not only brought it home, but I didn't even need to be on that thing. That's how good it was. That was amazing.
The DeLorean.
That was hot.
Okay. Okay.
Slob him off a little more, Colby.
Welcome to the Dude Comedy Podcast, episode 36.
Jeez, we are just climbing up there. Yeah.
I'm only going to episode 50. Now I'm out.
So, right before we started, I got a tweet from some random dude. He's like, "Hey, are you part of this giveaway?" And I go to Facebook, and it looks like from Falzabad, it looks like somewhere in Afghanistan. I don't know. And they've got this post, Freaks partnered with Gleam, Control Freaks, and me. I'm powering this giveaway. I have no clue who these people are. And the note on their post says, "These logos are not used in the terms of foul play. We have made successful deals with these companies and YouTubers. More about this coming soon." Right out of the gate, they're like, "This isn't a scam." Okay, so I left a comment. They deleted the comment. So then one of them hit me up on Twitter, and he's like, "I run this page, and we are sorry. We want your business email so we can pay you for your name." And I was like, "I don't want you to pay me for my name. I want you to take my name off of this."
What if they have oil money, though?
Well,
so
that's
Falzabad is a city in Pakistan. It is
close.
The second largest.
I was close.
Yeah, no, not bad at all.
They have a phone number.
Second largest, though.
On the Facebook. Should we call it?
We should call it.
I don't even know how would you dial this thing? It's like plus.
Just type in free international calling on your browser. Type that in, and then I'll tell you what site
I got a
to
better
use.
idea. I'm going to put it in the chat and let expert Colby take a look.
So while you're doing that, me and Colby had a similar situation, which happened also yesterday.
Gosh.
What?
I was going to say, that was just...
He's reacting to your intro of your situation.
Oh, shit. Okay. So Colby didn't say anything to me, but I hopped on our Dude Comedy Facebook page and I looked in the messages and usually when there's an issue, Colby will tell me, but I looked in the messages and I see this ongoing conversation that was going from today and I'm like, holy shit, is somebody fucking in our page right now? Like just having full-blown conversations with somebody. But what happened is the biggest thing on Facebook when you start getting a larger page is people trying to steal your fucking page. So literally the only way somebody can steal your page is if you give them admin access, which you give them admin access and then they kick you off of admin access and it's now their page. And there's a couple things you can do to fight against it if you do have that happen, like registering your page, having it being claimed by an actual business. So what happened was these dudes were just getting fucking massively attacked by tons of people. And these dudes allowed someone to be admin of their page, got it jacked, and then it got claimed by a page that looked like it was our same fucking name, Dude Comedy, and our same logo, it's just a D. And they're like, "Look at this. It says that you're now the page owner." I'm like, that's a screenshot, dude. Like, that's not us. Like, we have no reason to want your page. And we finally got everybody to like calm down. They're like, "But do your due diligence. You help us get this page back." And we're like, "What do you guys like?" It's a super weird page. It's called like Doggo something. Dodo.
Doggo.
It's all about dogs, right? So they sent us a link to their new page that they're using. And I scroll in and look at a bunch of the comments and all of them talking like fucking dog. Like they say weird. Let's see if I can. They say weird fucking like. I'll find a couple while Colby goes.
Yeah, while you're doing that, so like I was saying, normally like you'll get a couple messages here and there that are just like, "Oh yeah, fuck your set," like just stuff like that. You just kind of brush off. And I got notified 7 times of new messages like flowing in. I'm like, this is weird. Like, hopefully nothing's like down. Sometimes like sites will just go down. I click on them, and like all these people, like it was a mixed bag of people. Some people were like, hey, give them the page back, please. And other people were like, you fucking jerks, you thieves. Fuck you guys. I'm like, what is going on
What kind
right
of
now?
Twilight Zone did you guys get in?
So, the worst part is no one understood. Like, I went to the page and I screenshotted it. I'm like, if I was an admin on this page, I would have access to this. Like, obviously, I have no access. They're like, well, maybe you're manipulating the screenshot. I'm like, oh my gosh, like for what?
Colby was having this super in-depth conversation. To like,
I was
trying to be super nice.
Yeah, I was trying to get like, because finally, I think an admin reached out, which is who you were talking to. But I was like, dude, I need to talk to somebody who has like actual control, because you obviously don't know what the fuck you are talking about. Oh,
Scary
man.
shit.
But they just kept coming. They kept coming. And then what was also weird is I went to the page too, and it's like a meme page, but the guy had like leave a review on, and everyone was like leaving like 1-star reviews on the page and stuff. And they were just like, give him the page back, give him the page back. And I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And then there was a 22 imager thread of like the conversation of the guy stealing his page, and he like posted it. And I was like, oh, okay, now that I have more info, I don't feel like as bad, because I can obviously show you this is not us.
Yeah, it's a couple like younger kids, but the page is fucking weird. It's because I went and looked at the comment section, like I said, and they all speak in like fucking dogs. Like the page is called Floof, Bork, Snoot, and Boop. And all the comments are like, hey, Snoofy Borp here. Like, it's fucking like a weird animal page.
Seriously? Like
Yeah.
that's their language?
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I'm trying to look at the damn thing from here, but it won't let me.
We should
But
come,
yeah,
we should
so
come
that
up
was
with
our
our
night
own
last night.
special language.
Floof, Borf,
that
and
was-
Snoof.
That was our last night. Well, I was just like, I was about to text you, but I wanted to see if I could get more info to let you know what was going on. And then eventually I just gave up because there was just too much of a storm. And then I realized, okay, there's no way I'm getting through to these people tonight.
Yeah, and then I finally got in there. I'm like, dude, like, this happens all the time. I don't know why they're, like, impersonating us. And I'm like, your page was 200,000 followers. Honestly, like, I have a 6 million page follow. Like, if I stole your page, like, your page is honestly nothing to me. Just to make them feel like shit and give them reassurance I didn't take it.
Right.
But I was talking to like 4 people at once, and I assumed they were all like admin of the page, and only like 3 of them were just fans, and 1 guy was the admin.
No.
Yes, that's when I started realizing I was in like, oh my gosh, I can't even figure out who's the smart one here. And
Scams and
Well,
weird
some guys-
cults everywhere, people. Beware.
I sent the free international calling thing if anyone wants to call it.
I don't even know how that works.
Maybe later in the show.
So Burns, what the hell are you up to, man?
What the hell am I up to?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just asking you what you're up to. What's going on with Burns? You texted me the other day you were going into the movies. What movie did you watch?
I went and saw Guardian of the Galaxy 2.
Did you like it?
I did. I saw it in 3D
Shit was
as well.
funny. When I can't remember his quote, but Drax says he has famously large turds or whatever. That shit's so funny. Have you guys seen it yet? You guys don't watch movies. Never mind.
How have you seen it? It's already out?
Yeah, it's in movie theater.
It came out last week, dude.
Oh, because my brother's asking to go Friday, so I assumed it came out Friday.
Make sure you get your group cup, your group popcorn cup.
But sorry to say, I finally got looking at this page, but
All
just like the comments on here says, looking at flap cod doggos who stole his chicken nuggers.
What the
Hey,
fuck
hey,
kind
hey,
of
They
page is
talk
this?
in a fucking weird language to kill heckin' Jake for all the nugger in the heckin' world, friend.
That's weird, dude.
Yeah, it's
There's
fucking...
some weird people out there. Speaking of nuggers, Carter got his nugs. The dude on Twitter that
I
tweeted
saw
at
that.
Wendy's 18 million retweets for some nugs. He only got 3 million retweets, but he broke the record. Ellen DeGeneres had the record, and he broke it. So Guinness Book of World Records gave him a record for that, and then Wendy's said they're going to give him nugs. And Kyle had a good point. They better give him nuggets for life. Like, he should have a Wendy's gold card or black card or whatever it's called. I mean, that dude gave them hundreds of millions of dollars worth of free advertisement.
Yeah,
I
because
bet
they
you
put
it's some
on
stupid
Ellen.
bullshit. It's like a for 1 year, but you can only get nuggets once.
You could only get, or you
something
could get like a
stupid.
6-piece a week.
Yeah, it's I guarantee that's
No
when
sauce.
you're like win McDonald's for life, like that's the dumb stipulations they put on it.
Yeah.
Like I thought I could just get unlimited fucking McDonald's, so I've been playing this game for 9 straight years, and I just now I'm gonna eat less McDonald's. You know,
Exactly.
It doesn't correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't like the McDonald's one, if you get it, it's like, oh, on this day for free McDonald's you get access to either a shake or a fish fillet, and then like the next day it's like 2 cheeseburgers or a fry. That's like what it's like. You get like a card. Because I think someone got it for a month. They won free McDonald's for a month, and it was just kind of like, what?
And
I don't want a fish fillet.
Speaking of giveaways, I used to play the McDonald's Monopoly.
I did too. I was
all
into it,
time-
man. I
all
thought I had
day,
a chance.
I was gonna collect all of the places.
Yep. What was the one?
Like
Was it Park Place or Boardwalk? You could never get.
Park Place and Boardwalk. If you had both of them, was like $1 million.
Yeah.
yeah, but Park,
But you
I think it was
know,
Park
the
Place.
Park Place is across the world in China, and Boardwalk is in some bumfuck town in Oklahoma.
No, you would always get You'd always get Boardwalk.
That's it.
Or you'd always get one of them, but the other one was probably
And when you pulled it off the French fry container, you're like, yes. Yes. There was actually a time, though. This is a quick story that has to do with that. Back in the day, I don't remember if it was Monopoly or Connected or it was just Best Buy. Do you guys remember when you could go to McDonald's and get the Best Buy bucks? Okay, well, there was a time where they had a promotion running and you could get a large fry. This was when I was managing at McDonald's. You could get a large fry, just like Monopoly. You get the right one, and you get these Best Buy bucks, and every Best Buy buck is worth a legit $1 at Best Buy. So we had to deal with people stealing cases of the fry boxes and the freaking cups and everything.
I'm sure, dude. That reminds me back in when I was like 2021, my buddy worked at a printing place, and they had Toys R Us $50 gift cards. Now you would think that these would have to be activated at the register, correct?
You would think so.
Yes.
Probably not. Yeah.
But they were already active. So my buddy, when he quit, took an entire box of them.
Damn.
So we would go to
Kind of
Toys R Us and get a video game, and then go sell it at GameStop to get beer money. That's how poor we were.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had one of Rachel's roommates in college who's super ghetto now, but she was, well, Colby knows Kenzie. He made out with her.
Yeah.
So she was the marketing manager for like all the sports teams, or like for the football team, the basketball team. And so what she would do is sometimes McDonald's would give her, or she'd be handing out these like free meals, like a free meal card at McDonald's, right? And so she would have them at her fucking house. And it was literally, you could literally get a free value meal by using this card, right? And like she would hand them out at games and stuff. And I'm like, can I get some? And she literally gave me like a fucking foot-long stack, or like a foot-high stack of them. So I literally lived off McDonald's for 2 years, just free meals. Like I was the dude that was just slanging the cards at the bars and shit. Like people knew me as like the McDonald's guy. Like you could get like a Big Mac meal. I would always get the chicken strips, but I mean, I was fucking slanging those things.
That was they did not ever make money on those promotions, because at the halftime one they did it with pizza one time too, and then someone found like the stack of coupons for free pizza, so we were doing the same exact thing.
Yeah,
Man, we're a bunch of shady characters now that we talk out loud.
Well, she just gave them to me, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's their fault.
all right.
What's
I'll
the
fucking
shadiest thing you guys have done? What's the shadiest thing that you can remember in your life? I mean, I guess if it's illegal, don't admit it on here. But
I gotta think.
what is
for a
the
sec.
shadiest thing you can think of that you've done?
Well, I can think of kind of recently. For the most part, I don't like to do super shady shit. But me and Colby we were trying new stuff with the website, and some fucking dude, which is always a red flag when some dude in, where's that dude from, Colby?
Which guy are we
the
talking about?
AdSense guy.
Oh, fuck.
It was like,
Australia?
damn it.
no,
No. He's in
Albania.
Albania. Yep.
So he hits us up. He's like, dude, I work with Facebook pages. I got this, our system. If you run our site, you can make like $15 for every 1,000 people. I'm like, that's fucking insane, because that's compared to like typical rates on a website like that. Just, it might even be like, I think it actually was like $25.
That tells you right
so
there
like,
it's not real.
Yeah, so I'm like, this is.
But he
I'm
had
like,
screenshots.
I'm like, yeah, he had screenshots from people's accounts. So I'm like, okay, well, do I gotta like sign over or anything? He's like, nope, you just share this link. And I looked at the link, looked legit, and I had access to his platform, which I think he just made me like so I could see the stats on AdSense. And so I posted it. I'm like, and it was fucking real. Like within 30 minutes, I made like $1,000. I'm like, holy shit! Like this is fucking crazy. Like I'm all looking for like cool shit to buy, like Bentleys and shit. And and so the next day I dive into it a little bit deeper, and I'm like I looked at the click-through rate, and it was like super high, like 80 fucking percent, or like the amount of clicks were just insane. So I finally started like going through it on my phone. So what he would do is it would be, like a gallery page, but he would hide a AdSense link over the next button. So when somebody clicked next, they're actually clicking a fucking ad,
Right.
Wow,
So-
that's shady as fuck.
Yeah, so I'm like, dude, this is how this
Oh, it
fucking
gets
guy's
shadier.
doing it. This is how this dude's doing it, Colby. Like, fuck giving him his 40%. Let's see if we can like mimic his exact website and try it ourselves, So we're all
And
fucking,
we did.
Yeah, we're all fucking jacked up, and we're like, well, because AdSense it was shady, but AdSense has fucked us before. Like we had money in there, and they're like, oh, this content doesn't fit our standards. Like, say goodbye to all your money from the last 30 days, So it's
Right.
like, they kind of fucked us, so we can try and get a little bit shady just this one time. So we make this website, we got like in a day, we got like $8,000 in our AdSense account. And then the next morning, the account was banned. So we're like, well, maybe that's not going to work. And we're like, let's
It
just
was
stick
worth
to
the try,
doing
though,
things.
right?
Yeah, we're like, let's just stick to doing things like the right way.
That was our big wake up call.
Yeah.
Like, after we went through the whole, dude, we're making $8,000 a day, dude. We can fuck. And then there was like, we should stop doing stuff.
I used to
this.
bump on
That was-
YouTube. You remember that?
Oh, I used to bump all day.
Yeah. When you could make your
So
video.
I can
Go ahead.
I can explain how you would do it. So the way YouTube used to work when you saw your subscriptions is you'd see the newest videos uploaded at the top of your subscription feed. So if you were subscribed to a bunch of channels and someone uploaded, their video would move down on your feed as more subscriptions uploaded videos. So someone figured out, I don't know who the original person to figure this out, but everyone eventually started doing it, was to bump your video back to the top of your subscriber's feed. And the way you would do that is you would upload an unlisted video, right? That's how it worked. I hope I'm on the right track here.
Yeah, you are.
You'd upload an unlisted video, and then you would delete it, and it would bump your last upload to the top of a subscription feed.
There was
But
a
then
point.
everybody is
There was a
bumping.
point where you could just make it from public to unlisted and back to public, and it would bump it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, imagine if you were the only guy that ever knew that.
Yeah, God. Well, there was.
But some
there was
fucking
somebody at the
idiot,
beginning.
some fucking idiot had to go start telling everybody.
Uh-huh.
That's how it always happens.
I would also spam my tags, and then what was it? Someone figured out how to make the tags public,
Yeah,
because you could see tags in the description, but the other tags were hidden.
Would you put your tags in the bottom of the description too?
No, dude.
Yeah,
I
at
don't
first,
I don't spam the description like you, Jimmy.
at first
I don't
that's how it
spam
used
it.
to.
Look
That's
at
how
our
it used to
description
have
on
to
this
go.
podcast. What a fucking mess that is.
How is that?
with all this.
It is completely organized. That gives them absolutely everything
Oh,
they do.
hey.
Hold on, Colby. When we do a life
Well,
advice,
you're getting-
what do we tell these people? Email us. Well, guess what, fucker? They have to have an email to email us. So guess what? It's in the description. When you guys like to self-promote and say, follow me on Twitter, guess what, fuckers? Your Twitters are in the description. So fuck off.
Hey,
Dude, why
I
are you
just gotta
so
tell
heated,
you.
though? Why are you so
I'm not. I was
Also-
just trying to add a little spice to the show.
Well, Jimmy, I hate to burst your bubble, but people on the last two YouTube videos have said, "Hey, wrong description." So you got to.
That's
Yeah,
because
Jimmy, you
Burns
never
doesn't
update
update. It's Burns' job to give us a video description, and he sucks at it. So I just leave it.
Why? You can't take 5 seconds to change what we're talking about in the
Dude, by the
description?
time I do the thumbnail, do the overlay, render it out, upload that shit, get the right links, no, I'm fucking done. Done.
Kyle and I are just lounging back like fuck it.
Yeah, dude. When I used to do YouTube videos, I was just super lazy, and I mean, when I would do I wouldn't even want to do tags, so I just put in like the most like generic ones and just like
I had
fuck
like
this.
a Word document with tags, I think.
Yeah, I started doing that. That's how I got in trouble, because I had a Word document and I would just copy and paste everything over, you know, because every chat roulette video I'd put a certain set of tags, every GTA certain set of tags, and I put in the chat roulette tags into a GTA video, and that's how I fucking
I thought you got busted for putting like Miley Cyrus or something in your tags.
Well, no, because I had done a Miley Cyrus chat roulette video.
Oh, okay.
And so it was the previous video, and I just copied those tags and put it in the current video, and that led to the demise of the termination of the great one.
Hey, do we have time to circle back to McDonald's stories?
Well,
really
no,
quick?
before we do
go
that, I'm
ahead.
super hungry, Burns.
Oh, you want me
Speaking
to
of McDonald's.
You want to make some money real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Blue Apron is back. Dude Comedy is sponsored by them. Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. Their mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. Cooking together builds strong family bonds, and research shows that Blue Apron families cook 3 times more often. Those who spend a lot at restaurants or expensive grocery stores can now spend under $10 per person for a delicious meal. What are we eating this week? Well, I'm going to go with the beef teriyaki stir fry with sugar snap peas and lime rice. What about you, Kyle?
I'm going to go with a side roasted of beef with extra mayonnaise that smells slight fishy, also known as
I don't know what that is.
burns his mom's vagina.
No, man.
There's also baked spinach and egg flatbread with sauteed asparagus and lemon aioli, and 3 cheese and baby broccoli stromboli with tomato and oregano dipping sauce. Anything else on that menu you're eating, Kyle?
Am I allowed to do that?
No.
I don't see why
No.
not. No, you got it. We're keeping it natural.
It's got
you gotta
nothing to
keep it-
do with natural.
Honestly, I am a subscriber, so customer knows best, right?
Customize your recipes based on your preferences. Blue Apron offers several delivery options to fit your needs. There is no weekly commitment. Get deliveries when you want them. Each meal comes with a step-by-step recipe card and pre-portioned ingredients. Blue Apron guarantees every ingredient in your delivery arrives ready to cook, or they'll make it right. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/DudeComedy. You'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. That's blueapron.com/DudeComedy for your first 3 meals free with free shipping. Blue Apron. A better? You can't get it, Colby? A better way to cook.
Oh, I thought I was saying it after you. A better way to cook.
All right, let's go into Twitter questions.
Yeah, while I'm pulling up the Twitter questions, to circle back to the McDonald's thing, I just thought of this super funny story. So a guy in my fantasy league, this is his high school job, him and 2 other guys in my league, plus another one of their buddies, worked at McDonald's, and they hated their manager. And there was like a pretty populated area where school trips would come through and like park their buses, and like, okay, yeah, let's everyone go get McDonald's, hop back in the bus, move on, field trip. That's the long part of the story. Short part, they were all off this day. And what they did is they knew exactly what they have to say to really just F the whole store. So they called in saying that they were like the school district and that the bus was only able to stop for 20 minutes and they need 100 pre-made Happy Meals. So, and then they gave them like specific, like, okay, on 10 of them, we need ketchup only. On 10 of these, we need like no onion, like just whatever. And they showed up like after it was like happening, and no bus showed up. So there was just 100 Happy Meals just that they all made for nobody. And I was like, that's kind of fucked up, but it's actually really funny.
Got him. So that was in Ellensburg?
I think so.
Yeah,
I believe
I worked at the
yeah.
Ellensburg one, and there was 5 managers, and they were literally all gay. Like, actually gay.
Did you hit on
Nothing wrong
Did
with
you hit
being
on him,
gay.
Kyle?
No, but like the first. So, fun fact about that McDonald's, it's one of the most popular McDonald's in America, as in like traffic. It's because it's pretty much like the only stop between Seattle and the Gorge, which the Gorge is like a huge concert spot. Like, so in the summer they're having concerts every weekend. And I just remember like my very first day working was like fucking crazy on a Saturday, a bunch of people coming through for the concerts, and it just got super packed like late at night, and the gay manager, he's all panicking and stuff, and I'm working the grill, and he looks over and and we make eye contact, and he goes, "Get the fucking chicken down now." Just like, that was just like my first, like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, this is just weird.
Before we get into Twitter, are you done?
No, I was going to say, and that's my story.
Okay. Before we get into Twitter,
Get the chicken in.
I don't know. I mean, it's the DudeComedy. So I mean, there's I would assume there's some people out there that play daily fantasy. Me and Burns actually used to run a site. Did really well. We just had issues keeping the site.
Did really well, dude. This is what happened. So Jimmy's like, you want to go in with me and my brother here? Let's see if we can just grind this out. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm down for that. And he's like, all right, everyone's going to put in $400. That shit was gone in a fucking
No,
week.
I'm talking about the site. Like, when we actually ran
I'm talking about playing, too, dude.
You're just talking about
You're like,
playing,
we're going to make this happen, man. We're legit so good at this.
Yeah, that didn't work out well.
$1,200 bucks
But I can
gone
also say that I've had some really big hits, 15,000 one night, so on and so forth. Anyway, so.
Did Burns get his $400 back when you had that big hit?
Why would Burns get his money back off of what I hit on something
How you
else?
gonna fuck your own friend like that?
Anyway.
Man.
So daily fantasy pretty big. DraftKings, FanDuel. Did you guys know that the number one ranked player on daily fantasy puts in over $150,000 in entry fees a night?
How much does he get returned on that?
I would
though?
assume small, probably 2%, 5%. I don't know. I'm. It's not going to be huge.
See,
obviously.
even if I had that amount of money, my balls are not big enough to play that kind of.
Here's the thing that's like, this goes in with everything we were talking about earlier, where like one person has to like ruin it for everyone in a way, like with the person who found out how to bump and then told all of his friends. Like daily fantasy, the concept of it when it started was, hey, get in a league of 100 people. You and those 100 people get to go play. Now there's so many smart ass people out there with like 3,000 lineups, so every like option could happen. Like I remember seeing one where some guy won a shit ton of money because he had like a ton of lineups with Ken Bazemore in there, and Ken Bazemore had like a triple double and 30 points, like career game. It's like, that's crazy that some dude had time. Well, not time. I'm sure there's an automated system, but to put in like 3,000 lineups.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You got these stats majors and stat PhD guys who are just, you got guys like me who are just going in with my general knowledge of a sport and players, just having some fun, and this guy's doing equations on the whiteboard.
Yeah. I mean, even
what
saying
happened
that,
to what happened to the business though?
We couldn't
what happened to
handle
business?
so much shit went wrong, like with the back end of the website, man. Like we started off on Wix, which was stupid, just dumb. So then we go over to, what is the regular backbone website?
WordPress,
and had issues with that. I mean, couldn't keep it up.
Didn't pay for your servers.
No, we paid for everything.
Were you having?
Well, I mean, like,
did it fuck a bunch of people?
No, nobody got fucked. We even like gave money back. We probably didn't need to when we closed it down, but it was just like the payment thing wouldn't work right. Like people could get a subscription and then they could cancel it and still see the shit. It was just a nightmare, a logistical nightmare when it came to all the website stuff.
That's too bad because I was the GOAT.
Burns
at
was pretty
NHL.
good. I think he had a 12-day in a row streak
On double ups, I had a couple
dude.
first place finishes in NHL. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of NHL, Burns, so sorry I tried to call you 3 times. But
Oh, dude. He
Speaking
hooked
of
it up,
NHL,
man. He hooked it up.
this was the weirdest thing ever because, like, so my buddy, he parks next door to his house, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, oh, I park here every couple days, for like while I'm home, just so if anyone's riding by, they think my neighbor's home. And I was like, oh, where's your neighbor? And they're like, oh, he's still gone. He doesn't come back until June. And I was like, well, for what? And he's like, oh, he's a professional hockey player. I'm like, oh, that's tight. I got a hockey buddy. And he's like, I got what team? And then right when he says this, dude, my dick got so hard. He goes, oh, he plays for the Minnesota Wild. And I'm like, oh, shit. And then I was like, is he any good? And he's like, he's arguably the second or third best player on the team. I'm like, oh, shit. It gets even better. Dude's dad, the player's dad, works with my buddy as well. Meet that guy. Super nice dude. And they are hooking Burns up with an autographed game jersey.
Because I'm a season ticket holder, son. Dude, Jason Zucker's wife is so banging hot. Let me send you a link right now.
Yeah, you told me that.
You're gonna sit here and is that the dude? You're gonna sit here and fucking talk about wanting to bang his wife after he just hooks you up or something?
That's a long link, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying, yeah, he's a great hockey player too.
Yeah, thanks for the jersey. I'm gonna go fucking jerk off to your wife. Damn, that is a pretty ghetto-looking link. You trying to steal all my shit, dog?
I just grabbed it from Google, man. That's pretty quick.
Damn, he's fucking sexy himself.
Yeah, he is pretty damn good-looking, man. I like that. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool, and I was like, I don't remember what I was deep at that point, but I was just like, I'm gonna call him right now. I'm gonna show him his house. And I called Burns like 3 times.
What was that?
What happened over there?
Hit my knee on the. I'm trying to put my socks on. I hit my knee on the table.
Right,
worry about yourself, faggots.
Want to get into Twitter questions here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. The first one from CAFC Boy 98. If y'all could choose any job except for the ones you'd be doing, what would your dream job be?
Wait, hold the fuck on. These guys. Oh, you did? Did Burns ever talk about sketchy shit he did?
No.
I don't really have a story.
No, I think Burns is Toys R Us one kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I guess that's shady. But I'm a family-friendly, good Christian boy, so I don't have any stories.
Okay. What was the question?
Couldn't really think off the top of my head. Maybe I'll come back next week with.
Ours was a combo.
One. Yeah, ours was a combo. I feel like there's probably something else I did at some point that was like
I stole
sketchy,
a
but
can of
think.
Skull when I was like 11 out of a Dollar General store, and then took it to school and sold it for $6.
To who?
A kid that dipped. Thought it was cool.
In elementary
11?
school?
Damn.
Yeah. Have you ever stole anything when you were a kid and you just feel like you're being watched for like weeks after that when you're so paranoid, but literally nobody gives a crap?
Jimmy, you were a thief?
I did. I stole a can of Skull.
I'm extremely disappointed in you,
Also, me and a buddy stole a 6-pack of Pepsi off a guy's front porch one time and went in the woods and drank it.
Wait,
I guess another shady thing
what?
Huh?
You and your buddy what?
We stole a 6-pack of Pepsi.
Oh, I got a shady thing that I did.
Stole.
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 There's no D.
I didn't say stole. I said stole. I did not say stoled.
Sounds the exact same.
Whatever. Woof. Woof, woof.
Oh, actually, I have another shady story before we get into Twitter questions. So, I had friends who lived in this townhouse neighborhood. It was rental town. Jimmy, I'm telling a story, and you can save your grievances for later.
Yeah, you can make a diss track about him.
So, I had a friend who lived in this townhouse neighborhood. It was rental townhomes, and we would get drunk, and at like 2 a.m, we would walk around the townhouse neighborhood, and we would steal people's lawn furniture and put it in our living room.
Oh, did you guys ever steal the reindeer, like Christmas reindeer, and then put them all in like one of your buddies' houses and then plug them all in? So like when they woke up, the reindeer were like banging each other, and then there's just like a ton of Christmas ornaments in there. I mean, I say that like it's bad, but everyone knew like where we got it from, and the people always gave them back, but it was always hella funny.
I had a friend who, during the winter, he just despised this one dude at his school. So in the middle of winter, he went to his house and they shoveled snow. They buried this dude's car in snow, and then it went below 0 overnight, and it was just his car was buried in ice.
Oh yeah, we did that with someone's front door just as a prank. Just filled it, like shoveled all the snow, and then stacked up their front door. So when they opened the door, it's just a wall of snow. He went out the back door.
I had my buddy Dan Miller. He was the biggest klepto I've ever fucking met in my life. So he just liked to steal shit. Like we would go to Sports Authority and we'd be hanging out there looking at stuff, and we'd all check out and whatever, and then we'd walk out and he'd be like, "Guys, look," and he'd have like an airsoft gun. Well, it was back when we just graduated high school. We went to our friend Shane Baker's house, and Dan
Shout out Shane Baker.
Yeah, hey Shane, and Dan came with me, and we get in my car to leave, and we drive all the way home, and Get to my house, we get out, and he's like, hold on, let me grab something. He fucking pulls a Muhammad Ali picture out of the trunk of the car. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, got you something. I'm like, you took that from fucking Shane's house? Like, what are you doing? And so I didn't want to like tell Shane because like, that sounds fucking weird. Hey, Dan stole your shit and now he gave it. So he left it at my house and eventually it just ended up on my wall. And like 5 years later, Shane came to my house and he has the fucking Muhammad Ali picture. He's like, oh, I used to have that picture. I was like, oh, dude. And I just told him, I'm like, Dan jacked this from your house. And he just left it here and eventually made its way on my wall and I gave it back to him.
Dude, that reminds me. I
so fucking funny.
I can't remember where this story came from. I think it might have been someone's stand-up comedy, but he was telling a story about going to parties I think it was in high school. And instead of like stealing valuable things from people's houses, he would just steal their photo albums. And then just keep them.
Creeper.
More Twitter questions?
Oh, well, let me do back to the stealing. This Kyle reminded me. So Rodney Stuckey was the basketball player here. Played him in high school, pro player, whatever. He went to Eastern Washington, best player in the history to ever play there by far. So they had like, this is before fatheads were like obtainable. It was they printed out a fathead of this dude like to memorize him, whatever, memorialize him
fucking
in the
make fun
in the
of him,
gym.
Come on.
In the
sound it out, Colby.
You said it
Memorialized.
8 times, so I had to say something.
Whatever.
So they had it in like in the gym. So these guys are just visiting there, and they go into the gym and whatever, and there's just them in there, and they take the Stuckey fathead off of the gym, like wall, and they show back up to Central, and they're like, "Dude, we got you something." I'm like, "What? What'd you get?" And they pull this thing out, and it was just like, "Are you fucking?" Like at first, I was like, "How?" And then they're like, "Oh, we stole it from the gym." So we put it in our living room, and you'd be surprised how many people show up and take selfies with that thing. Like, you got a fucking fathead of Rodney Stuckey.
Jeez.
We're also Eskimo bros.
Moment
All right,
of
first
fame.
question. I'm gonna go back to this one because it was actually pretty good. If y'all could choose any job from the ones you're doing, except for the ones you're doing now, what job would you do?
Professional golfer.
That'd be pretty fun.
I think a professional sports writer for a professional team would be fun. Get to travel with the team.
That sounds stressful.
Hang
That's
out.
what you would choose? That'd be fucking annoying.
To be
What?
to me or Burns?
To Burns.
Oh.
Hey, this is my dream job, not yours.
I met a dude in Vegas this weekend, and I would like to do his job. He was like, his only job is, he's not like the PR guy, he has a bunch of PR people under him, but he just like goes to like the events with a bunch of the rich people and make sure like the rich people are taken care of. And at first that sounds like a lot of work, which it does seem like a lot of work, but dude, that guy, he knew fucking everyone. Like the Maloof brothers came up to him and like were shaking his hand and stuff, and he's just like, sup. Then he paid me $20 for a bite of my burger. So that's my job. I would do some kind of PR thing. That seemed like a lot of fun.
That was that guy?
Yeah.
Damn. Sick.
Kyle?
I don't know, something with that'd be cool to be like a professional like UTV rider, razors.
Cool.
Pretty sweet.
Jimmy?
Professional golfer.
Snow-
Only have to
snow
work
bike
on the
rider.
weekends,
Oh.
man. I mean, let's say, okay, so every tournament's Thursday through Sunday. I mean, you got to make the cut, and then that's it. You cash on Sunday for playing golf.
You don't just play on the weekends, dog. You got practice. You start on Thursday.
I know it sounds
Talking about
so
practice.
rough, man. So rough.
No, I would fucking do it in a heartbeat, but I was just canceling out your fucking bullshit that you're spewing.
This next question is from that Chris guy that was on our second or third
Fuck
episode
you,
that
Kyle.
Kyle made fun of him. Shout out Chris. Kyle made fun of you with episode 4. If you could choose one band or singer of any era to see live, who would you choose?
I think it'd be cool to go to, even though it's not even my type of music, but what's that huge like rock festival?
Woodstock?
Yeah,
Does that still go on? Is that still
Probably.
a thing?
But you're saying you would go back to Woodstock like when it was the badass like
yeah,
hippie,
like
when
Like
it's
getting fucked up.
You know, I
they're
don't
all, it's
like
just like
any
one
of
big
those
giant
people.
naked orgy.
yeah, you see titties and lots of titties.
Well, that would
more titties.
you could go to the Sturgis, that huge biking thing out in the middle of the desert.
Biker dudes scare me.
Biker dudes scare you.
They're just they all seem mean, but I guess they're sweethearts on the inside until you get fucking your forehead bashed in with the lock connected.
I think if
to
you could
You watch too much Sons of Anarchy.
you can Google like Hell's
Oh,
Angels,
love
and I
Sons
think
of Anarchy.
they actually like the Hell's Angels. They raise like millions a year for like children's hospitals and stuff.
I would go
I don't
see
think
Jimi
biker
Hendrix. I would
gangs
go
are
see.
gangs.
I would go see Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, Seattle, dude.
I've only been to 2 concerts: Drake and Jack Johnson.
Wow, you really are a faggot.
Yeah, no, dude, Drake was great.
Whoa!
Both concerts were gifts. First of all, Jack Johnson was actually a pretty cool wedding gift because I enjoyed Jack Johnson, but Drake was a gift from my friend Colby.
Speaking
we
of
had fucking
live
great
events,
seats.
Kyle, should we put out just like some really quick feelers about what we've talked
I
about
think
in
you
the
got to.
background?
You got to put out some feelers, yeah.
I think you have to because it's too amazing not to, but it's also a little fucking sketchy.
Well,
Do it, Jimmy.
What
No,
are
it's
we
not.
talking
No,
about?
no, no. It's not sketchy at all. It just we don't know if it's actually something that is reality.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
yeah.
All right, feel it out.
Kyle,
Yeah, let's just say we're all kind of on the fence, and it would be kind of. I think we need some more growth before anything like that happens. But Jimmy knows all the details.
okay. So hypothetically, if let's say you lived in LA and you had the chance to go watch a live Dude comedy show, what I mean by that is a live event, couple hours long. We do a show. You're there. We have like a meet and greet afterwards. We have merch there.
Meet and drink
Afterwards, whatever it may be. Would that be interesting to you guys? Would you consider doing that? I mean, that's really
No, not just that. Not just that. We need to know if you'd pay like $30, right? That's what
I
they
have no
said.
idea what the ticket prices would be, but just a live show, as in Dude Comedy Live. It would be Dude Comedy Live. It would be us four together at a venue, putting on a show that would be partial podcast. I mean, we'd have some stuff involved. There'd be some funny moments. We'd involve the crowd and stuff like that. So just
Yeah, we
There's
could
definitely
just do
more things you can do
Yeah.
rather than just a pre-recorded episode. You know,
Well, think about live Q&A right here.
yeah, let that
This could be
sink
live.
in. I mean, it would be a mixture of a podcast in real life, a panel, a Q&A, comedy.
Some form of skits.
Yeah,
Yeah, some form of
so
skits
just
in
let
there.
that sink in a little bit.
Oh, and we had the idea for the competition where like we do stuff throughout the show and like losers have to do something. So like if Kyle was to lose, he'd have to spend the rest of the show trying to drink a 2-gallon thing of milk.
Yeah.
Dude, I think trying to drink a gallon of milk would be funny as shit because I know I would just puke everywhere. But it'd have to be like, I feel like the mood of the auditorium or whatever would have to be like the right mood. Like if it was kind of like if it was like low key and stuff and I'm just up there puking milk everywhere and everybody's just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Like that would be weird.
Yeah, it would have to be definitely gauged. We'd have to have a backup plan just in case it was I mean, assuming we do this, we'd get better as we go, but we'd hopefully feel out the crowd like, Kyle, no puking tonight.
Well,
Like,
it would
not
we,
the crowd.
we would plan it out. Like I said, it'd be part of a panel because I'm sure people would love to have a live Q&A. There'd be part of us just doing what we're doing here, talking about topics. We would involve the crowd, definitely probably have people come up. Like Colby said, we'd have some funny stuff planned. We'd have a meet and drink after, all that stuff. Just
There's no way I'm not doing at least one wrap up live. That's my dream to do
our
a
first
live
initial
performance.
when we heard about or when we were approached by it, we're not going to go into any details because I mean it's just something out there. But our first, I mean, me and Kyle, my first thing was that we're not big enough, that we wouldn't be able to pull enough people from a certain city to come do that. That's just, I don't know.
Well, because even the kind of funny people, they do it where they announce it for 7 months, where people from all across everywhere can pre-buy and pre-plan flights and stuff for one event.
Right. Well, what would
And they're
happen
big.
is we would, if we ever got to the point where we could, we would come on a show here and we would give you guys like a link, and it'd be like an analytics link. Like you would go fill out where you're at and stuff, and then they could take that data and say, well, you know what? There's 300 fans in Dallas, Texas that are Dude Comedy fans that say they would go to an event if they held one there, and then they would look at all
Dude,
that.
I'm hoping Salt Lake City, do we?
Salt Lake
Actually,
City,
on the
Utah?
analytics, Salt Lake City is always in the top 10 on our analytics.
That's true.
We got
Sup?
loads of trash
Mormons,
everywhere.
man.
That's true.
That's my boys.
Colby's people showing up.
Colby, you could do like a sermon or something like that for the live show.
Just
You could baptize all of us.
Yeah, I'll get baptized. But my only
myself fucking crucified. Good job, guys. As an alienate all of our fans that are there.
my only like concern is like I'm the type of person that it's like, I mean, I've had some pretty large, like my Facebook at one point was pretty large, and I mean, a lot of my like child predator videos, like a handful of them are over like 10 million views, but it's like I always feel like weird when like people come up to me, and I always kind of like why the fuck is this dude so excited right now? Like I'm literally just like a normal fucking guy, And like it's always like I always try to like avoid situations like people have asked me to like come do like signing autograph. I'm like, I don't fucking sign like that's fucking weird to me, like doing that stuff where you're like not just like where you're literally just putting yourself in the spotlight, like thinking, oh man, a lot of people are gonna come out and see me. Like I feel uncomfortable doing that type of stuff, but maybe this will be the turn of the new key or whatever it's fucking called.
Maybe get a few drinks
New
in
leaf.
you first.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean this with all respect, but we have to monitor Kyle's level because if he's drinking beer, he's fine. But if he gets like
that's where it could go really sour and south really quick.
Yeah, see, that's why I probably wouldn't plan on drinking because then it's if you say something, you're all drunk and trying to say funny shit, then you say something that rubs the crowd the wrong way, and now they're just like, oh my
we hate
God,
you.
like,
Yeah, and we'd also we'd have to figure out like what would the age limit be, because I know we have younger fans. And
you could do a show and then have the meet and drink afterwards, but you could also, most of venues have like split stuff now. Like I went to a concert where you had to have a wristband to get into like the little bar area.
I just meant the show's content, because we literally can't go a sponsored show without getting explicit right in the middle of the ad read. How are we going to...
It's got to be like almost kind of like a rated R movie type thing. Like
exactly.
You can show up with your parents if you're under whatever.
Dude, that could be part of the pitch though, the whole thing. Like, hey, if you're under 18, you have to bring your parents to the show, and then we'll fucking roast them. Or Kyle will bang them.
Every fucking show, Burns has to make out with somebody's mom in the crowd.
Yes,
oh
that is it.
God.
Boom. Yes, that is it. Oh,
you and Burns, you'd have to do it.
All right, just let that sink in. Give us your thoughts on Twitter about that. Okay, we talked about it enough for now. I think it's life advice, unless you.
I think we can get a couple more Twitter questions.
Okay,
in here.
Yeah, we can keep rattling off some more.
Damn, this is a fast show. I'm kind of having fun.
Yeah,
so this
keep
one,
it coming.
This one going off of kind of what we're talking about now, I'm skipping back up to it from Jacob Carr. Have you guys considered bringing webcams into the podcast? You used to do it with PTFO, and I feel like it adds another element, in my opinion. Thoughts? Jacob Carr.
It adds another element of fucking tough to throw this shit together. I mean, we could do it for the show, but then it's just, now you got to rent her out 4 videos into one. That takes forever.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work, and we're lazy as fuck, so.
And realistically, the video would only go on to iTunes, right? Or not iTunes, but YouTube, right?
Which is, that's funny you say that, because that's what this guy said to that guy. He goes, most people listen to it on iTunes, and I feel like it would be extra work for them, probably. Thanks, One Sloth.
Well, and it's like with YouTube being fucked and stuff, and I mean, it's like we always say, like, we have fun, but it's all about monetizing. And YouTube is extra fucked, so we're putting in way, way more effort for something that is making sense.
To put in perspective, Burns made a video that got less views than Kyle's last 2 videos, and Burns made 5 times the amount of money, which is still like I hate to bring up money again, but like that's crazy. Just because Kyle's didn't get paid because he said a lot
some
of
swear
shit.
words.
Yeah, YouTube is pretty fucked.
For Eric 1220, favorite TV show right now, I'm going to go Game of Thrones still.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not really watching anything. I'll just go with Better Call Saul.
I did just watch, like I think I've already said, but 13 Reasons Why. I saw her cut her wrist, and it was
Season
pretty graphic.
2. Season 2 announced.
Was it really that graphic?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was kind of just like they did a really good job at like setting the tone and like, I mean, it shows her properly sliding her wrist down the river.
Oh, spoilers, dude. Spoilers.
And, like, yeah. I mean, at that point, I felt kind of bad because I was pretty deep into the series. But at the same time, like, if you're fucking going to be in the hot... Everything's all going, you know, dandy, and she knew that this dude raped one of her friends, so hey, let's go to a fucking party at his house. Hey, let's be the last person to leave this party. Hey, let's fucking get in the hot tub with the rapist. You know, it's just like, come on, get fucking real.
I started Band of Brothers. That's really good.
That's an old but very good show.
This is I think this will be our last
I'm
one.
waiting
This
on House
is
of
a
Cards
really,
and Orange is the New Black. Sorry.
really bring us home today. So this is have you ever nutted while a family member was either calling you on the phone, knocking on the door, or within distance of the door?
Nah, I don't think so.
Not that I can recall.
Yeah. I'm not
Me neither.
tragically
This is pretty funny.
scarred from a memory of it, so I don't think so.
Oh, no, don't open the door.
I think do you say something about on the phone?
Yeah.
I don't really fully remember the full details, but one of my girlfriends in high school, she was on the phone with somebody and I was doing her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
A lot of questions about a lot of people asking about the suicide rant. Not there yet. We are. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna end the Twitter questions with. We are about to hit a milestone of what is it, Burns? 1 million views.
600,000 views. We already
Yeah,
passed
so
it.
so we're getting close to 1 million listens on iTunes. We're gonna do something cool. What should we do? Hit us up on Twitter with that. I think unless you need one more, Burns.
No, I'm good. I'm ready for the life advice. I actually have one really good life advice question that should spark enough conversation to get us over the hour mark. So before I ask this question, since 3 of you are married, I'm going to type out what your answer is. How much did you pay for an engagement ring?
Oh, I can go first. Mine was on sale Costco, $1,300.
You bought your engagement ring at Costco?
That's
savage,
fucking classic. Dude, you are poor. You are a poor person.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I got mine from Fred Meyer.
Yeah, Kyle's was like what? Well, how much was your first one?
Well, so the first one, because I got engaged when I was in college, and my story is kind of cool, and I like to air out details on here. But so the first one I bought, I believe it was like $1,500. Like, it was nothing special just because I'm in college. I used my fucking refund check. I used my refund check that my mom makes the payments on, you know, because you get your loans and stuff through her name, and some are in your name, some are in her name, right? So I used this refund check, and it never really honestly felt special because it wasn't like my hard-earned money or anything, you know? And so after being a little more successful in my life, I went in and did a major. So we were already married, but then I decided, I think it was like her birthday or Christmas. I don't know which one it was, but
Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas. I went big for her on with money I actually earned.
What's that number?
Don't say it.
It was, I believe it was like 17 grand.
Oh, that's not too bad.
But what's crazy is the ring. So to get it insured, we had to get it. You say that's not too bad? What the fuck? So to get it insured, she had to get it appraised, and it appraised at like $24,000.
Nice. What about you, Jimmy? You've been kind of quiet.
I was just listening. Ashley, well, first of all, I don't agree with the 2 band thing, which Ashley's fully aware of it. I think that's a ripoff for the guy. I think that's just a way.
Agree.
Yeah. One piece of whatever on your finger, there shouldn't be an engagement and then a wedding ring, wedding band, whatever. I don't agree with it. Anyway, hers is 10 grand for the wedding ring, and it was 1,000 extra for the band or whatever. So got
so Kobe is the cheap one
K's
here.
Jewelers is where we go.
All right, so this guy's question is, he says, I'm 24 years old and have been with my girlfriend for 4 years, and I'm ready to propose. I'm wondering how much someone should spend on an engagement ring. I have $20,000 saved.
Oh, no. God, no.
Should I buy the $20,000? Should I buy
No.
the $20,000 ring or something more basic and spend the rest on a honeymoon?
No,
Well, Burns, let Burns answer it first. Then all three
put
of us
that
will go.
shit
'cause
up
Burns
for rent. Sorry.
No, I say spend it on a vacation, man. Unless
Okay.
she's like really pretentious, I guess.
That's the thing,
Fuck,
though.
Spend 10 grand's top on Pultitude and put 10 away.
Now you say pretentious,
That's-
but I
yeah.
mean most ladies would love to have a big rock on their finger, Burns. That doesn't really make them pretentious.
Dude, here's what's crazy. My $1,000 or whatever ring gets more compliments
There you
than
go.
all of my wife's friends. And here's why. Because I had her, before I bought it, like I was going to buy this other one, and I was like, just had to like her tell her sister like stuff. And then I just went and found the one that looked like it with massive, like, it looked massive, but it was only $1,500, whatever. I got cash back on my card, and it still gets the same like reaction. People are like, wow, that's so nice. Oh, your ring is beautiful. Like, the thing that we've talked about on the show multiple times is the whole thing is a fucking scam nowadays. So the girl can post it on her Instagram and say shit like, oh, met the love of my life. I got to take this picture of my big ass ring. Like, fuck that. If you're been with her this long, she's not leaving you for a cheaper ring. Use it like Kyle said on like 10 grand total, maybe do like 3 and 6 or whatever, and then save an extra grand to spend on the vacation. Put the other 10 away. Don't fall for the scam.
I say if he's gonna spend $20,000 on a ring, there better be some guaranteed anal on the table.
Nah, man, not the
Ew.
first ring. I mean, if
That's
you want
what
to
you would
upgrade,
fucking guarantee.
if you want to upgrade later on and things are good 5-10 years, do it, but not up front. I mean, go 10% or something like that and get a nice vacation and put the rest up, dude. You're about to get married, and the number one divorce cause is money. So you need to plan.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
You don't have to go nuts, because like Kyle did.
Did you really say anal? Anal
Yeah,
for
that's what you would fucking want.
Jesus.
Hey, I'm just making a joke, man.
Yeah, sure.
You can
are.
get fucking anal from a hooker for $250, dog. You're gonna spend 10 grand, 20 grand? Hell no.
If you're an
Shit,
instant
I'll
on
give you
mess-
anal for 2 grand.
I might take you up on that offer.
Really
It's not
surprised.
gay if
that
you don't
didn't-
like it.
Really surprised, Kyle, that you didn't just hit Burns with one more mom joke right there. It was pretty wide open.
And we'll give her a break.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that, Kyle. It's Mother's Day this weekend.
It is. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Fuck mother. It's kind of fucked up that they have a Mother's Day.
Oh.
You know, if you think about it, but it's like all about fucking moms.
No,
yada
it's
yada yada.
really
How
not.
come they don't? How come they don't have? I mean, moms. It takes a woman and a man, you know, to create a child. How come they don't have like something for the dads?
They have a Father's Day, you stupid motherfucker.
Oh, fuck. Never mind.
He
I thought you were making a joke. You really didn't realize there was a Father's Day.
No, that was the joke, Burns. I
I'm
do know
retarded.
there's a Father's Day.
I'm fucking retarded.
Wait. Hey, we got to stay on this. Hey, we got to stay on this Mother's Day for 1 second. I just pulled up this tweet. We got to stay on this for a second. So, Dove Canada tweeted out, this Mother's Day, show your support for real moms everywhere by sharing your beautiful real mom's photo. Right? That's what they did it. Tweets. Real moms? ? As opposed to what? Synthetic moms? Are you deliberately trashing adoptive, foster, surrogate, trans, NB, other moms?
cow.
What the hell?
You can't say,
Dove, our intention-
shit on social media.
Dove, our intention is to celebrate the beautiful, real side of motherhood. Oh, real side? So you're saying these people aren't everyday moms? Another lady, beautiful thought, but having the real in there sounds like you're not supporting trans and non-biological moms.
Are they not real people? What the hell? Jeez.
Everyone who is a parent is real. Why beautiful moms? What are you trying to say, Dove?
What?
That's
Is this
real
serious?
fucking people. Yeah, I saw that the other day. That's real people because Dove said
Well, it was
real
probably
mom.
more like real moms that actually like fend. Like you could be a real trans mom. Like there are moms that do fucking drugs and aren't there in your life. How maybe that's what they meant.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just needed to condense a tweet because it's only 160 characters and had to say something. You fucking morons.
Yeah, well, so on that somewhat of a topic, so I was watching a video this morning. It's on the top of the subreddit public freakout, but a fucking black girl goes up to a dude on campus who's wearing a poncho for Cinco de Mayo. I mean, a white dude wearing a poncho, and just attempts to like annihilate him for, making fun of the Mexican heritage for wearing a poncho.
That makes a lot of
I don't
sense because
understand.
I got my poncho from Mexico and they loved when I was wearing it there.
Yeah, they fucking sell their poncho. That's like a huge tourist purchase is a poncho. And
Bonus, yeah.
In any
What the
form,
fuck?
how is that making fun of how is that making fun of the Mexican heritage and stuff? Do you see the black girl walking around wearing stuff from fucking Africa? No.
Do you know what else is weird with that? Like, so you're going to tell me that on Cinco de Mayo, if I go buy a Corona, a bag of chips, salsa, and some guacamole, I'm being a fucking racist too?
Yeah,
That's
you're
what I would've
a
said to her.
racist, Kobe. Racist.
No, this
I'm
girl is
offended.
just, she was like your atypical social justice warrior, but she fucking she was filming it and not letting the dude talk, just your typical cunt,
My new favorite thing, video-wise, is these people who are first-person filming, and then they think they're going to get a different reaction when they post it, and they just get fucking shredded.
That's my favorite.
Like the dude that in the Delta line or whatever, and she's just like, "Sir, we've done everything we can. You can't do that. That's literally impossible." And why are you being so sarcastic to me? Sir, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just being positive here. I'd like for you to just go sit down and we'll notify if anything changes. This bitch is being sarcastic. Well, dude, get the fucking camera out of her face.
Yeah. Well, so in this video, another guy is like, well, why are you wearing, clothes from America? Why aren't you wearing, African clothes? She's like, are you serious? Did you just go there? That's literally what you're fucking saying to this guy because he's wearing a poncho on a Mexican holiday, Basically, she's a cunt. Next question.
Jimmy, I'm going to switch my picture for this episode. I'm going to go take a selfie of me in my poncho, okay? Remind me.
Yeah, get it to me today. That's
all the time we have for
we're over
today.
the
Be
hour
sure to
mark.
follow us. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram. We have an Instagram, right? Do we ever use it?
Well, yeah, you can check that description below that's beautifully built out for everything you need, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, email, personal Twitters, platform of your choice where you'd like to listen to the show. It's all there.
You can
for
also
you.
email us for life advice at dudecomedyshow@gmail.com.
Yeah, it's in that description as well.
Also on
Fuckface.
also on Twitter, after each episode when you watch it, shout us out with your favorite part of the show.
We retweet all of that shit.
Yeah, and I like, and this is gonna sound really weird, but I always forget what we talk about. Even 40 minutes ago, I already forgot what we talked about. But when people will say "Oh, dude, when Jimmy gets mad at Burns at 23 minutes, I was dying," I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I go back and listen just to that one part. I'm like, "Damn, that was funny. I forgot we even did that." So thanks for the fucking reminders, the cliff notes of the show. That's tight.
Also, leave us a review on iTunes, subscribe on iTunes, and wrap it up.
So oftentimes, like today, I just don't have anything planned for the show or the wrap up. So let's go. No diss track today, just a quick rap. Acapella met a stripper in Vegas. Her name was Chantella. Chantella used to be a fella. Now she's got her dick tucked. Good luck, back to the rap. Spit some quick crack. Let me see the manager so I can fire them, then rehire him. Make him clean the toilets, then refire him and hire him again. I go to the library, burn it down. I go to the queen and steal a crown. Gave it to Jon Snow in exchange for some white snow. Nose candy, get a handy, don't finish, speak British. On the top of the world, I'm on Everest. I'm coming for the top, but I got all the leverage. The whip rides tight, better buckle up your seatbelt. Note to self, let the shit be felt. I kept to myself, I saw how that worked out. No more lies, talking Gwen Stefani, no doubt. Gotta get it quickly, make that swiftly. Believe it or not, you can just ask Ripley. Nick at night. Call me Stickly, Cupid shuffle, but it looks so icky. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Colby Brideston. I do 1-minute vlogs. They're daily. I don't get very many views on there, but I figure if everyone that listens to this podcast right now goes over to my Instagram and they go and they put the flame emoji on one of my comments, man, I'll be blowing the fuck up. That'll be fucking sick, bro. Shout out to everyone who made it this far. Just threw this together and didn't really plan anything and just spit it off the top of my head. So if it sucks, hey, sorry.
When is Jimmy and Burns gonna do the diss track on us?
That would be horrible.
Give us a beat and we'll do it.
Oh my god, dude.
Come on, we can do it, Jimmy. I know you got it in you.
Jimmy doesn't want me to rap about him.
Come on, for the
You
Sunday
can rap about me, I
show,
don't care.
Hey,
Go for it.
Jimmy, for the
Oh,
Sunday
no,
show,
no.
we're giving our response diss track. Get us a beat,
Uh-oh.
Colby, and I'll hit it. I'll get Jimmy some lyrics.
That's
And we'll hit it up.
That's a bad
Done.
idea.
It's a
That's
great
a
idea.
Bad man.
We give the people what they want.
Speaking of diss tracks, fuck you, Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball. His dad made him delete his rap song. Haha, faggot.
What?
Yeah.
Bye.